Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bobcats will kick it away first. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level every...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. A terrific throw that time, and when you play quarterback here, there's a pretty rich legacy to try to live up to.
And just finding that guy that just makes it look easy. I think the Vols fans will really appreciate that, when a guy that can push it down the field, make the right decisions consistently, be smart at that quarterback spot.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The run from the shotgun. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. How about that catch? Diving grab along the left sideline. The Bobcats in the hurry up.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have a back to throw at every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line. Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line. It's Terrell. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Great timing on the slant. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. The Volunteers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense, understanding 1st and goal. What do most people do on 1st and goal? They're going to try to run the football in. The defense says, nah, bro, not in my house. Nice job getting in the backfield, getting the stop. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe
going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 4 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Williams. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll give it to him again. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys.
Touchdown, Tennessee! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he's got it! Touchdown ball! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on.
And he's running in the open. Powers through. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to end. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas State.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Makes a move. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Jacksonville State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner will be brought down. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
The Vols will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. Get our confidence going. We just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The Bobcats moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
And the Bobcats decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback gets the first down. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Around the edge, it's Chop. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain.
Touchdown, Tennessee! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The inside handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Second and short now after that completion. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Give to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
They'll line up for a second down play. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear The biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on third down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Cardinal on the scoreboard. They're up by 35 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. They're getting this guy lathered up. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get to it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
And the Volunteers will try to put one on the board on 1st and... Touchdown, Vols! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. On the run, still looking. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. You just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
That's reeled in. It's Boone.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Looking for a gap, it's Boone. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Bobcats will punt this one away. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.